welcome back to my channel Infinite Trade. My name is Robin, and let's do a Nifty and Bank Nifty analysis for tomorrow. And also, we'll quickly check on a higher time frame, like what exactly is happening with both Nifty and Bank Nifty. So, if we know that Nifty was following this particular trend line for a long time, and finally we gave a breakout at this level, and I think this is the first time we are trying to take a dip, and this is the weekly chart. So we have a support at around this level, which is around 16,900 to 17,000. So this is the previous swing. So however, Nifty, if it has to fall down, it will definitely take support here and then try to go up. And if we look at the all-time high, we had a resistance line here. It is just that we broke the resistance on a weekly chart, but we couldn't give a follow through, and that means we again took a resistance at that place. But what is more significant here is, this is the resistance that I'm talking about. The first time we fell, and second time we fell so much, so almost like from 18,600 to 16,000. So near about 2,500, 2,600 points fall is what we saw in Nifty. But now we need to see if it gives that kind of a fall. But what we're expecting is to return from this place. Okay. Till that happens, then the fall is less significant than what we saw before. This time, if it falls, it may from 18,600 or 700. I think we made a high around 18,800. So from there, we can fall until 16,800 to the max, which is around 2,000 points, but still will be in a safe range to take support at this place. So if there is any further fall, we can expect another 800 points. But I'm not saying that it is going to fall because we already fell significantly in the last 2 days, and we have an event which is coming up on 1st of Feb. So we just have 2 days. So what logically people do is, in 2 days, Bank Nifty fell almost, say nearly around 2,800 points. Okay, so people who are holding shorts, now it is time for them to book because they have 2 days. So what they'll do is they'll book some shorts, okay, and they'll also hedge their positions. So what I'm looking at here right now is the market can slow and steadily take halt and wait for the budget day to come. Okay. Similarly, if we look at Bank Nifty, let's check out Bank Nifty also on a weekly chart. So what Bank Nifty is doing is basically it had a resistance at this place. Okay, so here's a touch, another touch is here, and finally we have broken that resistance and came back inside, and it also has a swing support somewhere near 38,000. Okay, so even if it has to come down, it will come here again, go and retain this level is what it can try. But so far we have this candle. So whenever you see a big red candle, okay, this is an experience, I'm sharing it with you. So the next weekly candle may not give a follow through. Okay, whenever you see a big red or a big green candle, this is what I have been observing. It will not give a follow through. Like it will not immediately put another red here immediately next week. Okay, so the market is definitely under selling pressure, but it is not bearish. It is a decent correction which is happening for us to look for reinvesting opportunities. Okay, and just a small gist on what's happening with Adani. See, everybody is talking about Adani, and I've been looking at YouTube, and all the videos that I could see is Adani and Adani. So that is one of the reason I did not create a video on Adani, because I'm sure everyone has watched all those videos. But as based on my experience, I'm just giving you a small piece of information on Rani Group. See, whatever the report that has came from Edinburgh, uh, that really doesn't matter. Okay, so India as a country, a lot of banks and people have invested so much in that particular stock. So, see, obviously, when the bigger banks and the bigger portfolio managers, whenever they invest money in such stocks, they look at all the aspect, okay, and then they invest. So they do hell lot of research compared to us. We don't even do 0.1% before investing, but they do a lot of research and then they invest. So Adani stocks, we all know that post COVID, it just went up like this. And we know that whatever stock or index, if it moves in this direction, there is a mean reversion that could happen, and it can come back also sharply to that mean reversion point. So imagine if this stock is rallying in such a way, how will this come down even? That's a thinking that we should have it in our mind. So if it has to come down, obviously there should be some bad news circulating around, which will bring the stock down, and then slowly, gradually, it may go up. So I believe that whatever information is there or negative information of Adani, that is just to be ignored. And if you feel that it is at a best place to buy, you can definitely look for a chance of investing. So now let's get back to the discussion. We'll quickly look at the uh, participant data. Participant data is a little interesting. So what FS did is they again closed 7,790 index futures long, and they added 26,769 future shorts. Okay, so this is a number which is a bit of a concern. Okay, because this is a bigger number, and after almost 2,000 point fall, they are adding shorts. But when you look at the options, FIs are net long on puts, and pros are net short on calls. Okay, so currently the data also suggests that things are bearish. And we also need to check what they did on the cash market on Friday. On Friday, FIs sold for nearly 6,000 crores. To be precise, it is 5,977.86, and DIs bought for about 4,252 crores. So FIs selling in the cash market is also intense. In the month of January, they have so far sold for 29,232 crores, and DIs have bought for about 23,392 crores. So a good and a strong selling from FI we have seen in the cash market, but that doesn't reflect on the derivative segment. But right now we can see that because they closed huge amount of long positions in the uh, index futures. So now if you currently look at the figures in the see on 24th of January, we had 86,000 future longs and 63,000 future shorts. Now we have 30,000 future longs and about 88,000 future shorts. But I've seen that whenever this number reaches close to 1 lakh, that is around 97,000, 94,000, 96,000, then we suddenly see them covering up their positions. Okay, we could see the bigger numbers here. So this is what happens whenever the figure reaches around 1 lakh, and when this figure crosses 1 lakh, that means FIs are completely bearish in the market. Okay, so far we haven't seen that. Every time it reaches about 94,000 to 97,000, they short cover their shorts. Okay, so let's hope that uh, if even if this number goes to about 94 to 95,000, we could expect that they'll short cover their future shorts. Okay, but there is another positive thing here is, you know, since they already have too much of shorts and they do not have much of longs, and market already gave a good dip, we may expect them to short cover their positions or uh, enter into fresh future longs since the budget is nearing. Now let's move back to the smaller time frame and quickly discuss what we can expect tomorrow. So I'm just moving this to a 15 minutes chart. This is Nifty. Let me activate all the lines. Refresh. Okay. So first let's quickly look out for Bank Nifty. See, Bank Nifty, it has a support of 0.618 at 39,958, which means around 40,000. We have a support for Bank Nifty. Okay, 40,000. We have support for Bank Nifty. So tomorrow, in case if we open gap down, say somewhere around here, so gap down may trigger profit booking. Because what is significant here is FIs do not have call shorts, but they have put longs. So obviously that has to be booked, right? And FIs have call shorts, so obviously if it opens gap down and they know that there is no call short from FIs, so they'll also try to cover up their positions, the short positions. So tomorrow's gap down can bring up profit booking, which we expected here, but we can expect tomorrow. So gap down will incur profit booking, and in case if we open with a significant gap up, then also there is a possibility we may just come down a bit and then recover and become sideways. Okay, sideways in case of a big gap up. So when I say big gap up, it should be around 40,000. So above 40,500. If that happens, then we could see that the market may take a halt. So in case of a gap up, we may see an inside candle on the daily chart. Okay, and in case of a gap down, there is a possibility we may make a doji or a hammer kind of a candle here. Okay, so how do we enter is if we open here, just see if we get into this range, with a breakout candle and a follow through candle, and then we can plan a call trade here. Okay, and then we can expect it to fill the gap or at least until VWAP, because VWAP will also come down. So VWAP and this swing, this entire thing can act as a resistance, and this should be a target which will come around 40,500 to 550. Okay, this is our first target in case if we see a reversal, if we open gap down. And the second thing is, in case if we open gap up within this swing, then we may see a dip again to 4200. Then we'll have to see if it breaks 4200, then we can take support around 40,000. Okay, so this could be one of the trade if we open near to this particular swing. A put trade, the first target should be 4200 and the second target should be 40,000. So, and anything above the opening of 4,500, like I said, we may take a halt and try to be sideways. And also the VIX has increased significantly in the last 2 days. They may try to cool down. So when there will be put writing, obviously the VIX starts to get cooled down. We do not have put writing, we only have put buying. That's one of the reasons why we are falling so heavily. So this is my view on Bank Nifty. Let's quickly check out Nifty. Nifty has taken support at 17,500. That was our ultimate target in Nifty, if you remember. And it took support at 17,500. Also, it showed a good recovery because this was the last swing and we managed to close somewhere there. So imagine if we open gap up, then there is a high possibility we may see a dip, but it may not even test the PDL, and it will make a higher low and try to halt and stay within this place. So in that case, what we'll do is, so let's talk about flat opening. So in case if we open somewhere at this place, you can put a line here, and in case if it gives a follow through here, you can take a call trade, but all in lesser quantities, because we know that the market has been in a bearish mood. So obviously it will hit resistance whenever it goes up. Okay. So like we say that it could be a pullback. So obviously it will hit resistance wherever possible. So you can reduce your quantity to maybe 25% and then try a trade. Your first target should be around 17,750. Okay, your entry happens to be around 17,610, and from there you can expect around 17,750, and then it can remain sideways in this range. This is one of the trade. Like I said, if we open gap down, say around below 17,500, then Nifty can be in a selling pressure, and Bank Nifty can try to hold. Okay, so keep this in mind, and any significant gap up, say around 17,700 or something, then pakka this is going to take a halt and stay sideways. Okay, so tomorrow what we are expecting is a big gap up or a big gap down can put the market into a halt mode. And see, you'll have to rely on the option chain for these 2 days, because if you have to take a bullish entry, in a bearish sentiment, then definitely you need a second confirmation as an option chain. If you see significant put writing, then you try to enter with the price action that I have discussed in this video. Yeah. So this is my view on both Nifty and Bank Nifty. So what I'm expecting is halt days for the next couple of days, to subside that particular selling pressure and eventually convert those positions into hedged positions. And then on the budget day, there is a possibility we may move up. Okay, so this is my view on Nifty and Bank Nifty for tomorrow. Let's meet in another video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.